If you are buying a new camera, there isn't much on the market that can deliver great results and be budget friendly. Usually to get anything better than what your smartphone can do, you have to spend more money and go through very steep learning curve. However, recently I came across this camera, little Canon R10 APS-C sensor, bottom of the range, budget friendly camera. I was not planning on shooting with it. We were using it as a prop in a camera accessories photo shoot, but when I held it in my hand for the first time, I thought this is a really neat looking little package. I shoot a lot of different cameras and this appealed to me not only because of its size but also the affordable price. I was curious how it performs. I wanted to challenge myself and see if it is possible to achieve professional results with a cheaper camera like this. And after using it a lot for a month, I need to share with you what I have discovered. In this video, I'll talk about what it can do, how it performs, what and who it is good for, and hopefully help you to decide if this is camera for you. So keep watching to find out more. Firstly, a massive thanks to GEEK Digital for lending me this camera for this review. However, as always, I was not asked or paid by anyone to say anything specific about it, and this is my totally honest and unbiased opinion about this camera. This is 24.2 megapixel APS-C sensor size camera. What it means? Standard full frame means that the camera sensor is the same size as a full frame 35mm film. This has got a smaller sensor. It still produces high quality images and it is still bigger, better than compact cameras or smartphones. There is, however, a 1.6 times crop, meaning that 50mm lens, for example, will behave more like 80mm lens because the area capturing the image is smaller. I have been shooting with it using the standard cheap kit lens, just a little bit, and mainly using a very budget friendly, this Canon Nifty 50mm f1.8 and a new Sigma 18 to 50mm f2.8 RF mount lenses. I have tried some more expensive glass on it as well, but about that in just a moment. First impressions, very easy to use. It caters for absolute beginners and seasoned pros alike. If you never used a camera like this before, you do have intelligent auto and scenes presets to get you going literally straight out of the box. Everything has also explanation on screen to help you understand the functions easier. If you have experience, you also have full manual control like you would have with any bigger or pro camera. It literally has got everything I need to shoot with it, just like with any other of my cameras. Also, as with all bigger cameras, you can shoot in RAW format, giving you more dynamic range if you want to edit the photos by yourself. Obviously, you also can shoot JPEG and produce images that are literally ready to go if that's what you prefer. Image quality, I am seriously impressed. Even using cheap lenses, this camera can produce a really nice, sharp, punchy and Canon-worthy images. The whole experience using this camera is very good. Very good responsive autofocus. Touchscreen makes it very easy to acquire the focus in the right place by touching the screen. You have full control over all aspects of this camera. As I said before, you can use it in auto, but also you have all the proper big camera tools here. If you want to learn more about photography and shoot like a pro, with this camera, you really can. Obviously, the image quality will hugely depend on the lens that you use, but even the most basic Canon lenses like this one allow you to get good results. Good thing about this camera is that it has Canon standard mirrorless camera lens mount. You can use literally any RF mount lens on it, even those that cost more than a car, and they will work great on it. The image quality with a pro lens this camera produces is seriously very high-end, top shelf. It gives you an option to upgrade the lenses if you wanted to expand your kit, improve your overall image quality without the need of changing the camera if you like this. The size of this camera makes it perfect for traveling with or simply just taking with you to be able to shoot great looking images without the need to carry a lot with you or without the need for bigger cameras. Great as second camera, for example, or the go-to when you want to be less conspicuous when shooting, like when shooting street photography. Unfortunately, smaller sensor size also have some issues in general. It is not amazing low light performer. It is okay, don't get me wrong, usable with just a bit of common sense and using extra light when there is too dark. Also not great with higher ISO settings to compensate for too low light. You crank it up too much and your images or video will suffer from too much visible digital noise. Standard with APS-C or smaller sensors. Video, it does okay job. I can't say that it's spectacular. Default format is 8-bit without the log. There's no log, flat profile for color grading, but it's not meant for this kind of filming. Ideal for capturing the moments, filming yourself with, and producing social media content with. As with photography, you also do get full manual control when filming and very decent autofocus performance. You have HDR movie option that produces 10-bit video files with more dynamic range for shooting in more difficult lighting conditions. So for example, example, the bright window in the back or a dark shadows will have more information, but it's not a log for color grading. You can record in 4K up to 60p, but with slight crop. You can also record 120 frames per second in full HD for a little bit of that slow motion. There's no optical stabilization built in at all, so any handshake, even the smallest handshake, is going to be visible on your footage. Electronic stabilization here is barely okay, helps a little bit, but it crops in a little as well. So if you're filming in 4K 60p, you get a bit of crop, then you switch the stabilization, electronic stabilization on, and you get even more crop. There's microphone input, but no headphone output for monitoring your sound. Overall good. It's not a video workhorse or a camera to use as a B cam on a professional shoot, but really good for everything else. It is a definite step up from filming yourself with your phone. Paired with the right lens, it will deliver significantly better results. The camera can be controlled by free Canon Camera Connect app. You can shoot photos and videos through the app, as well as download photos and videos from the camera straight to your phone. It can be used as webcam connected to your computer via USB-C cable, but also for live streaming directly to YouTube, for example. You can connect it via Wi-Fi to YouTube directly without the need of a computer. Specifically useful when connecting it to the internet via your smartphone for streaming live from events or on location. Built, I love the shape of it. For a camera this small, it has got everything. Built-in electronic viewfinder, good hand grip, built-in fully articulated LCD screen, and very well laid out buttons. It's really good that it has got all the standard manual control buttons and dials you get with bigger cameras all in the same places. It's all here. You get 4-way directional D-pad buttons as well as the joystick. Very responsive touch screen, not only for choosing your focus point, but also for navigating the menu system. Auto manual focus physical switch at the front. The hot shoe connector to connect the flashlight to the camera, but also unusual these days, it has a small pop-up flash actually built in. Useful. Mentioned before, microphone socket. There's also remote controller socket for optional wired controller, USB-C for charging and transferring the files to the computer, and micro HDMI port. It uses small Canon LP E17 batteries, not a proper performance, but considering how small they are, you get a decent usage from them. They're also fairly cheap to buy extra ones to get you going for longer periods of time. Also a surprise, proper mechanical and electronic shooter, as very often with cheaper cameras you only get electronic one. Only one card slot, rather expected in the camera in this class and this small. It is very lightweight, 429 grams with a battery, and the camera is not weather sealed. It's not protected against the rain or dust. There's many cheap cover solutions on the market to protect it in wet conditions if that's what you need, and a plastic bag will do too. The body is made out of tough plastic, but it feels good in hands. It is well made for the price it costs. It's not a pro camera, but in my opinion, overall, it has got standard good build that will not fall apart. It also looks good. Price value for money. It is a feature-packed camera and is a very capable camera that costs £1,000 here in UK or $880 in US for body only. Only marginally more with a standard 18-45mm kit lens. I think this cheap Canon 50mm is great for it, making it more usable and allowing you to capture more creative images. Very good value for money camera. It is very hard to find anything this good in this price range. Certainly more capable than any smartphone. Conclusion, this camera has really surprised me, as I didn't expect to see images out of it as good as they are. Certainly more than good enough as a camera for travel, street photography and everyday usage. I have been a professional photographer for more than 20 years now, and taking it for what it is, affordable, good quality, small camera, I had no problem shooting with it all day long. I'm going to go as far as to say that if I had to, I could potentially shoot it with it professionally on some shoots and my clients would not know the difference looking at the results. It's a perfect camera for anyone upgrading from shooting with a smartphone or a compact camera. It could be a perfect tool to learn about photography with and how the cameras work to achieve better results and have more creative freedom. There's a lot of lenses available already for RF mount system, and all full-frame RF and RF-S APS-C lenses will work on this camera. The kit lens, the 18-45mm, is a proper kit lens. It is worth getting with the camera though, as with camera it is very cheap. Not amazing lens overall, but a good starting point if you have nothing else. I really recommend this Canon 50mm full frame f1.8 lens and the new Sigma 18-50mm f2.8, both perfect for it and both very affordable, and both made my experience with this camera so much more enjoyable. I wanted to stay on low budget while testing the camera and not use expensive lenses, as most likely someone buying it will not either. Regardless if you are an experienced photographer or just starting up, this little camera will not disappoint. Highly recommended. And this is it from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.